John, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
How do you feel watching all that?
I was smiling watching it. I enjoyed watching it. You know, I had a lot of interviews yesterday, and, you know, there's a certain fear to bring up those two movies to me, and I said, why? If it weren't for those movies, I wouldn't be here today.
That's
you know,
right.
and so watching those short little, photos are wonderful to me, you know.
It was good fun then, wasn't it? Did you enjoy all the madness and all the craziness?
Well, I don't know if I enjoyed the madness as much as I enjoyed those projects, the result of those projects, you know.
Now, Hollywood can be a really harsh place, and after those two films, there was a couple of films that didn't do quite as well. Did you find you got the cold shoulder? Were people...
No, not about that.
feet?
I've never been that comfortable in the atmosphere of Hollywood. I've always felt that it was a city of of lawyers and agents and producers, and not really artists or directors or writers. I mean, you need to be there, of course, sometimes, but it was really a city of negotiations. So I never felt comfortable there. But I'm not the first one to feel that way either, you know. I mean, there's been many, many actors who live out of Hollywood. I mean, I'd like to take credit for that idea, but...
Where do you feel comfortable then? Where do you live now?
I live in Florida now, in Daytona Beach, near the race cars and the airplanes.
Ah, but you're a big fan of airplanes, and in the movie, Look Who's Talking, that's what you really want to do as your character.
Yeah, we added that.
Did you? Was that
my
you that put that
bright
in?
idea, yeah.
Ah, brilliant. Now, that film did incredibly well in America, and it looks like doing well over here. How did you get on working with all those babies?
That was easy.
Was it okay?
Sure. I grew up taking care of babies. I'm the youngest of 6 in my family, and they all had babies. I was 10 years old when they started, so all my siblings had children, and I took care of all of them. So by the time I got offered this, it was like, oh, this is nothing.
Easy?
Yeah, sure.
But you've never been a dad in real life,
No.
I swear. Would you like to be?
Sure.
Do you think you'd be a good dad?
Yes, let's work on it.
Oh, well, what are you doing tonight? Goodness me, that's the best offer I've ever had, I think.
You've lost your next question, haven't you?
I have, I'm quite taken aback by that. Yeah, no, but did you not find sometimes, though, people tell you not to work with children, but you found it was all right?
Yeah, actually, what I have found is that I think W.C. Fields made that expression up. And what I think is maybe he didn't like children. See, I love children, so I think if you, depending on the level of affinity or affection you have for kids, is whether you should work with them or not.
How easy was it, though, to get them to act? Because they almost do, and they're very, very tiny, but they act well, I mean, in the parts. So how did you manage to do that?
Well, they have this unfortunate title for a job in the United States called a baby wrangler. And
Baby wrangler?
Wrangler?
Wrangler,
Oh,
you know.
right.
And what they basically do is assure that the proper reaction from the child is given, depending on the scene. So they might stand behind the actor, the adult actor, and make sure with a rattle or a puppet or something that the child is having the correct reaction.
Oh, right.
The reactions are hilarious, aren't
They
they?
are,
Yeah.
they're very funny. Does it take a long time, though? Did you have to do a lot of takes?
Yeah, we did do a lot of takes, but I had all the fun parts with the kids. I had, you know, playing cards, going to the airport, dancing, watching television. I had all the happy moments in the movie.
And you also invented one, well, you didn't invent it, but you used it to great effect. Give us a high five.
Oh, yeah.
five.
High five.
Give us, oh, what? You do
Low
it, Lorraine.
five.
Do it, Lorraine.
Okay, so it's high five, low five, and then baby five.
Baby.
Maybe 5.